Hi, my name is Toni Langhans. I'm the Director of Sports Nutrition here at Oregon State University. I'm a registered dietitian and a certified specialist in sports dietetics, which means that I've spent several hours and years working with hundreds of different athletes on their nutrition. And here at OSU, and as well as other places in the Pac-12, we put a lot of research and time and effort and money into the nutrition program. And I highly recommend that any school that you are looking at, making sure specifically as a wrestler that there is a registered dietitian that is available for you. While in high school as a wrestler, I'm sure that nutrition has been at the forefront of your mind for several years. Obviously, you have to make weight class, but in college, it's a completely different environment. So one of the first things we do when you come onto campus is we do an in-body machine. And so with that machine, we are able to look at your lean body mass as well as fat mass. And that is a way that we as staff and as your support system make sure that you're in the proper weight class. One of the biggest things is we don't want to see individuals drop lower than they actually should be. And the reason for that is obviously the most of my concern is your health. We don't want you to have lowered bone mineral density, long-term health damages. And so with that, we want you to slowly reach the weight class that you should be naturally performing at. You see much better performance gains from that. As a team dietitian, I do a lot of things with the team. And one of the best things that we have to offer here as a nutrition staff is everybody gets free breakfast. It's definitely a fan favorite, and a lot of times I'll see all of the athletes in there. I like to go in the morning, so I'm available for any questions that different student athletes might have. You can just show me your plate and ask me if it looks good. So what I've noticed at Performance Table is we have a lot of wrestlers that all come in and eat breakfast together. I think this really helps camaraderie, as well as it creates a healthy environment around food as a team, which I really appreciate as a dietitian here. Another thing that we have is the fueling station. So back in 2014, the NCAA had a regulation on what we could feed athletes. And in 2014, they actually deregulated, so we're able to feed meals, different things at the fueling station like recovery snacks, and it's really exploded of what we can offer. And the coolest thing with this is in 2014, when they did that deregulation, nationwide we saw a decrease in injuries, which just goes to show you that when you fuel properly, you can decrease your prevalence of injuries, making you more successful and having a more successful career. And so with that, I do a lot of nutrition education as teams, as the entire athletic department via social media or some of the apps that our strength and conditioning coaches use, but I'll also do one-on-ones. And so again, to talk about the body composition and the weight class that we're gonna be asking you to perform at, if you have a struggle trying to get to that weight, either it's gaining weight or losing weight, or trying to do it the most optimally, that is when we'll sit down and have a one-on-one consultation. So my degree is in medical nutrition therapy, and so I can look at what you do health-wise and make sure that it's appropriate for sport as well. And so that's when we'll sit down, have those one-on-one talks, and make sure that we're getting to that weight class slowly, efficiently, and healthy, and this really improves your performance. We don't want you to just get to your weight class when we're asking you to wrestle. We want you to do it over a long period of time so you can have the best practices leading up to that point as possible, and that is how you become the best athlete.